Libra, we're just going to jump on into yours. It's going to be a bit of a hodgepodge. They got me doing a little bit of love and career for you. I also heard self-help. Well, well, well. You've been trying to deny your love for someone by feeding into the bullshit. Like, just because someone hurts you doesn't mean that you don't love them. You still love them, and that's why it hurts. That's why it hurts. It is always going to be. This is intense for me to read, but I'm going to. Sorry, I need some lotion. It's like, whether you like it or not, this is always going to be your person. Twin flame. That's what this is. It's like he or she has also got, depending on who you are, has also got a place in their heart for you. And it's like you're both needing to admit that. I need to put some lotion on my hair. Everything is working out. It doesn't, I'm hearing it looks bleak in the 3D, but it is complete opposite than what you are seeing. It's like that's what's being dismantled. What you're seeing right now in the 3D that's breaking, that doesn't seem to be working, that's what's breaking down. And you're not seeing it because you're not hearing their every thought, feeling their every feeling, hearing their every word, seeing their every action. You don't know how many times they've called someone else by your name and then had big blow-ups over it because they were thinking, and that person thought, well, you said her name or you said his name, so you must be thinking about him or her. Those types of things are going on without you knowing about it. So while you may think it's like you're trying to get over someone, by maybe you're trying to get over someone by growing and being better and moving on, doing spiritual work or whatever, and they're trying to move on with other people. So that's masculine energy. So feminine's leading the wave, and masculine has been trying with karmics to move on. Well, they're getting caught up because feminine has been healing and moving forward, which is triggering masculine's awakening, and masculine is making mistakes with the karmic that is about the feminine, which is causing the karmic to be pissed off at the feminine because she's jealous of the feminine, which means that she's going to do something stupid to the feminine because the masculine has feelings for the feminine. So there is a female that out of anger wants to say something to you just to hurt your feelings because they are seeing the masculine and feeling the masculine pull away towards you, feminine. So that's why they wanted me to do a hodgepodge reading. Your love relationship is tied to your career. Your money, it's like things are not working out right now because money is a huge issue for both sides. It's actually not a huge issue because energy is energy. It's just neither of the parties have figured out quite that like money is energy, as well as, you know, the Honda Civic is the same as the, I don't know, what's a fancy car? I can't even, Lamborghini. I don't know. Like that Civic is energy the same way as that Lamborghini is energy. What you think about, you will receive. And it takes a little time to work yourself into a better feeling place and a higher vibration to receive things of that caliber, yes. But as Abraham says, it's as easy to create a button as it is a castle. A castle is, it's easy to create a castle as it is a button. I had it backwards, sorry. Castle as it is a button. And it truly is. It just may take longer. This is interesting. They're saying when you let go of the heartache, feminine, when you let go of the heartache of them choosing someone else and just realize, like, I'm in a different place in my life right now. Like, they're over there doing something with someone else. I know they're my twin flame. I know one day we'll come back around at some point. But I need to choose myself right now. I need to know that I need to move forward over here. And as I move forward over here, it helps masculine move forward over here too. But if I stay here, masculine stays here. And then if I continue to stay here, masculine continues to stay here. If I move forward, masculine's moving forward. And when masculine moves forward, he's moving into a whole new set of experiences that you just went through. So who's he going to look to for guidance? Yeah. This keeps coming out. This came out in a recent, not out of this deck, a similar message, but darkness. He's thinking and he's feeling, but the two do not match. There's this abyss. He's at a loss. Something is different, and he needs to figure out how to adapt. He knows that he has to change. The load is too heavy. He wants to get rid of it, bury it, push it away. It's his secret. Only few know about it. So dark is hidden inside of it. So much darkness is hidden inside of it. Okay, so in order for masculine to start moving forward, like not in order because they are moving forward, they are feeling that darkness because you're moving forward. But if you got to a point where you have stopped because you've been waiting on masculine or thinking about them so much that when you're thinking about masculine, you can't think this way and think this way. You can't do both. It's got to be this way or this way. But wherever your focus goes is where your energy flows. So if you're thinking at masculine, you're thinking back. If you're thinking about career, which is what's coming up next, you're thinking forward because your career is what's going to pull masculine out of the darkness. They want you to have a positive mindset and have some hope for this. Like, believe that masculine can do this and believe that you can do this. If you have evidence of a lot of change in your life, like you can see the evidence in your own life of growth and change, and this is your twin, they are capable of the same change as you. And in a lot of ways, they could be stronger than you because you both have different areas of strengths and weaknesses that complement each other. As you heal your heart, it's going to be easier for you to accept that you deeply love this person. Even if you're angry with them right now, you still love them. And that's why you feel so much anger, is because you want to use the excuses. That's what it is, the head and the heart. It's like you want to use the excuses of all the reasons why you shouldn't love this person. But the truth is, they are innately still that person inside. They've just made some faulty choices that have hurt you, and you've hurt them. But those choices were supposed to happen because both of you were supposed to split and grow, and whatever you went through was something you specifically chose to go through to create a specific emotional atmosphere that you chose to come here on this planet and heal, as a dense energy pocket, so we can help the planet raise in vibration. And the thing is, if you, instead of, it's almost like you don't even want to look at their good qualities and admit their good qualities anymore because you're hurt. And if you were able to look at their good qualities and admit them, you would be able to see there's a lot of benefit you can get from whatever information they're providing you. But like, it's almost like if you don't like the president of the United States, you're not going to give a shit what he has to say. You're going to think it's all shit, right? But that's kind of like what they're saying. This is a pattern. Like, maybe you're thinking that with this masculine, this twin flame masculine, where if you would just try to remember the qualities that made you fall in love with them to begin with. Those are the things that are still there. And it's like, those are the things you're yearning and missing the most. and you don't feel like you're able to get them, so it makes you angry, and then you tell yourself, you're giving yourself all these reasons and excuses why you can't have it. But it's like, just admit that you want it and you can't have it, and cry that pain out. That's it. I love this person, I love this quality, and I hate that somebody else is receiving that right now. Yeah, that's what I got. I swear, my nose, it just, sometimes when I channel, I'm sorry. So sorry. I just heard fuck whatever they say. So, who's they? Let me grab some tarot. I meant to say tarot, but I said Tara. So that name could be significant. Okay, so there's something feminine you're trying to do. You're like trying to propel yourself forward and move forward, but you've had a hard time getting started on something. And it's like learning a new skill or learning new information, just learning something new altogether. You haven't been able to do that because there's an emotional blockage that has kept you from, like, it's like law of attraction, your heart cannot it's like you can't physically see things when you're on a certain vibration. Two people in the same room eating the same meal, having the same conversation, seeing the same things, are having two totally different experiences based on their vibration. So somebody in a higher vibration has their inner being taking their eyes all around the room, pointing all these great things out. Somebody who's ornery or in a bad mood, they're not looking at any of that. They're just sitting there stewing, and their momentum is in their mind. Law of attraction is catching everything they're saying, and every 16 seconds it's getting stronger. So having a different experience. So that would cause a perspective to be different too. That's how people's opinions come about. So what they're saying is, in order for you to move forward and be able to do these things and take action, because your action is sideways. It's like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And then it's because this heart needs to be healed. Once that space is cleared out, it'll make it so easy to walk through this door. Where right now you're trying your hardest to walk through this door and ignore this, and the door won't open because this is blocking it. So that's what they're wanting you to know, is like, you expressing your emotions right now. That's, you know what it is? When you're in this place of healing, you feel like you're not progressing, you're running out of time, because it requires you to rest. It requires you to, look at yourself, and it makes your body tired, and it does things to you physically. And it causes unnecessary fears within us that keeps us from moving forward. And that's what's happened here. It's like there's some type of faulty mind, some process that's going on in the mind, like some mental loop that's happening, that's triggering this energy, which is blocking you from being able to move forward. Because when you're feeling like this, you're not focusing like this. So when you're feeling like this, your focus is scattered. You're tired. You're not feeling good. So right now, when you're in this period of healing, just know that your life is going to look slower. It is going to look slower because healing takes time. That doesn't mean it's going to take a lot of time, but it doesn't mean you're going to have those robust, like, productive fueled days where you wake up and you've got bam, 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 boom, I kicked ass today, boo, every day. You'll have those days, but you're going to have days of slow, like going slow, like, and you have to accept that, because that's the only way to heal. You can't just sit around and feel like shit forevermore, because if you do, then that becomes your new norm, because momentum, and then that's a new belief that you created. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is to have those high flying days, be productive, do great, but then have those days that are slower where you allow yourself to cry, or you allow yourself to do activities that day just to get the anger out, or just to get the regret out, or to get the frustration. It's like you just, there's days where that are going to be faster and days that are going to be slower, and they want you to learn to accept both of them as productive. Because right now you have this weird faulty mindset where you're thinking, if I'm not doing, I'm not being productive. So when you think you're not being productive, then the loop turns into, I'm a failure. I don't know what to do. And then you're trying to figure out, what is it I'm supposed to be doing right now? But you're already doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're sitting down, you're crying, you're writing shit down, you're just feeling. Maybe you're watching something on TV that source had you watch to trigger an emotion in you to help you lay down and cry. Because you don't realize it, when you have all that pent up trauma stuck in your chakras, it affects your physical body. It turns into body aches. You wake up and your body feels heavy. Everything about your day just doesn't feel right. You catch every red light on the way to work in the morning instead of having green lights. People are cutting you off instead of letting you out. It's that type of stuff. So it matters greatly day by day what you're doing. So hearing messages, especially from tarot readers, where it talks about the big picture, you have to drill that down. Like, what does that look like on a daily basis? You have to do that for yourself, because you know yourself better than anyone. A tarot reader is not going to know you better than you know yourself. So you are going to have to say, okay, look at your patterns. Like, today I did da 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 da. How did I feel? Like, keep a journal for a week. That's a great idea. Keep a journal for a week, and like, of what you did on Monday, this happened. Tuesday, this happened. Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. And then look, but also like write down what you did, and then write down how you felt during the day. So if you can say, I did all this and I felt this, and the next day I did, like on Monday, I did this much stuff and I felt great. On Tuesday, I only did this and I felt very frustrated. I felt like a failure. And then on Wednesday, but it's like, it's something about you not realizing sometimes action is sitting down and looking like inaction, because it's internal action that's going on. Your body will need breaks when you're like that. So if you have days where you just feel like poo, then let yourself sit down and feel like poo. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.